I've been looking here, and I think I started with the real. No, I started with Hooch today. Started with Hooch. So I've done 31 minutes of music tonight, and I'm totally fine with that. I love talking about music with you guys. So, Big D's Playground. Yeah. Okay. You got your diagram ready? Ready to go? Here we go.
Here is love, there is no higher mind. Can you feel the right and wrong? Can you feel the rhythm and the rhyme? Left to right, center place and left yourself alone for a while. Here's your love, here's your higher love in mind. Nothing left to lose. The revolution started. Children laughed and cried for the lonely, broken-hearted. Love was on the run, and fight was getting itchy. Shady Shady's car to tomorrow's looking sketchy. On Big D's playground, Big D's playground. Can you love yourself? Can you love yourself and neighbor too? Here's your kingdom, here's your kingdom, here's your king and queen and people too, people too. Nothing left to lose, the revolution started. Children laugh and cry for the lonely, broken-hearted. Love was on the run, and fight was getting itchy. Shady Shady's car, since tomorrow's looking sketchy. On Big D's playground, Big D's playground. Left yourself alone for a while. Nothing left to lose. The revolution started. Children laughed and cried for the lonely, broken-hearted. Love was on the run, and fight was getting itchy. Shady Shady's cards, and tomorrow's looking sketchy. On Big D's playground, tomorrow's looking good. On Big D's playground, where things are looking good. Here we go! On Big D's playground, on Big D's playground, on Big D's playground.
So, Big D's Playground. What a way to end an album, right? Here is love, there is no higher mind. Can you feel the right and wrong? Can you feel the rhythm and the rhyme? Left to right, center placing, left yourself alone for a while. Here's your love. Here's your higher, higher loving mind. I don't know who Shady Sadie's card is or why it says tomorrow's looking sketchy. I also don't know why he's got a hard time seemingly pronouncing the word itchy and turns it into itchy, unless he's trying to make it rhyme with sketchy. It's a little weird. I don't know much about this song, tell you the truth, in terms of what we're going for here. Overcoming, I guess. Nothing left to lose. The revolution started. Children laughing cried for the lonely broken-hearted. Love was on the run. Fight was getting itchy. Shady Sadie's card said tomorrow's looking sketchy on Big D's playground. I don't know who Big D is. I don't know why he's got a playground. This track has a couple of interesting things going on with it. We get guitar arpeggiating chords in the background. Why is that so huge? I apparently did not get that set up correctly. And that arpeggiated guitar thing does, let me reopen foobar here. Maybe that'll go away. There we go. Transitions from electric to acoustic to both throughout the course of the track. I don't know if they played them both. Very good job, because they're very tight. However, if they didn't play them both, and I'm going to assume they didn't, here's what they did. Here's what you can do. If you've got an acoustic electric guitar, you mic it like this, and you also plug it in. Now that line you're taking out from your pickup that's going into your whatever, you put that in a DI box, you put that in a distortion pedal or whatever. You play the guitar once, you pan the acoustic to this side, you pan the mic to this side, you pan the pickup to this side. Now you've got two guitars you only had to play one time in perfect sync. Smart thinking. And then, if you want them mixed, you don't go hard left, hard right, you bring them in. But in this recording, they're left and right. Not a whole lot else other interesting instrument-wise in that track. I don't want to say it's kind of a throwaway track, because it does get interesting towards the end where the tempo kind of picks up. The piano and the guitar start getting a little more interesting. Really like the chord progression in that sax solo. Really, really enjoy that. I think it's interesting. Some of the decisions they make for where to put their solos and what they choose to do with the chord progressions under the solos, I think is really interesting. Now, Big D's Playground, the song itself, is 4 minutes, 13 seconds, just about. This track is 13 minutes and 49 seconds. If you stick with it till about the 5 minute, 10 second mark, so there's a little more than a full minute of silence, you get this.
Here is love. A shot at the top. I got shot down and then I dropped. Who do you think you are? You think you rule the world. And if you took a look around, you'd see yourself in a mirror ball. Oh, not at all. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
I thought that was in the song. What is doing that? What is doing that? Hmm. Give me a moment. Well, hopefully that's nothing to be concerned with. Seems to be this little guy. That could be bad news. Um. So there it is. That is the end of the album. Um. I I don't know what that track is called. I think it's called. Well, we'll say it's "Who Do You Think You Are?" And if you, I tried to point him out when I could. Um. There are clips of other songs on this album that show up hand left and right, kind of with some filters on them happening in the back. But I think there's also other albums as well, because there's stuff I don't recognize or I can't pick out. Um, excuse me. I I would rather have had "Who Do You Think You Are" as the end track over Big D's Playground, and then Big D's Playground be the bonus, because I think "Who Do You Think You Are" is a much better and much more interesting track, even if you took out all the other stuff. That big, huge kind of noise block in the middle where all the other things are coming in. I think that's a much better way to end an album. Because not everybody obviously gets to the hidden track. It happens a lot. It happens a lot in some things. Um, it's I like it. I like it a lot. I like the vibe. Um, let's see. Hold on. Hop around here. I'll tell you what I pulled up here in a second. Um, okay, so rateyourmusic.com says that track is called Transition Man, which, I think is as good a name as any. And I pulled this up because before I talk about what I think of the album, I wanted to see what some other people think. So I've got allmusic.com and rateyourmusic.com and Dial 35 in 2010, 12 years after the album came out, gave it 3 stars. And they say, when I first listened to this, I was doing some RYM account maintenance stuff and kind of tuned it out. I don't know what RYM is. However, going back for a second listen, I found that there were some interesting songs. Hooch, bouncy for all the right reasons. The Real, Good Thing, and Spent, all good. And the hidden track, Transition Man, couldn't help but think, but mentally filling in Mr. Big Stuff after the line, "Who do you think you are?" Oh, I guess. Okay. The songs are generally listenable songs. As an album, it doesn't hang together as well, says this guy. A deep cut, Upon These Dreams, has a nice collection of sounds to it. A soaking wet trombone solo, a much drier sax solo, a 45 on the AM radio beat sample, then this tropical sound towards the end. However, a main element of the lyrics is the imagery of a riverbed. So, country, urban, dreamy, club, tropical, continental riverbed. Jimmy Buffett makes this work. Here, not as much. Perhaps this is what the Drowners would sound like below the Arctic Circle, or the Cat Empire if they relocated to the mid-Atlantic. Oh, wait. I love when people make references to things I don't understand. Silent Mike comes in with a 1.5 stars. He says, bad pre-Burning Man para DMB pop, with the slight hooch almost becoming the exception. Someone in the group's probably been trying to peddle that song's anemic guitar loop to a backpack rapper for years to no avail. I'm not fronting, though. I'll still drown out that terrible sax solo with my singing. But there's no singing on the sax solo. Anyway, he didn't like it. Our rating distribution, because this has a little thing. One person gave it 1 star. 2 people gave it 1.5. 3 people gave it a 2. 1 gave it a 2.5. 7 gave it a 3. 5 a 3.5. 3 people gave it a 4. 1 gave it a 4.5. The person who gave it a 4.5 says it's replayable and great. Someone says awful, avoid at any and all costs. Crimson Dream says 4.5 to the O. I don't know what that means. Buy it if you have the money. Good fruit salad party, family plot. I don't understand what most of that means. And over here on All Music, Supernatural review by Tom Owens. Highlighted by the hit single Hooch, Everything's major label debut, Supernatural proves that the group does try a bit of everything in their music. At their core, the group is a 90s college rock band in the vein of the Dave Matthews Band, which means they're an eclectic combo, trying everything from folk rock to funk and stopping everywhere in between. There are elements of soul, rock, hip-hop, and R&B in their loose-grooved, melodic alternative pop, and that very eclecticism, I don't know, is what keeps Supernatural fascinating. You never quite know what's coming next. Through relentless touring, the group have developed an apparently effortless interplay, but they're not just a jam band. They write catchy, memorable songs as well. Supernatural is the rare major label debut from a jam-oriented band that finds the group consolidating their strengths without losing the very quirks that make them special. This has All Music's rating is a 4 and user ratings is a 3.5. So I'm on the 4.5 out of 5 on this album. I really like the album start to finish. I think it's a damn good album. I think there are some, like we talked about, there's some of the weaker songs. I think The Real is kind of weak. I think Spent is kind of weak. Big D's Playground I think is kind of weak. But I think overall, I mean, like the worst song on this album, in my opinion, is still a damn good song. And that means a lot. I think absolutely this album is eclectic. I'm glad that other people have kind of picked up on that. I think it would be hard not to if you're giving it a serious listen. That's why I started telling you guys, do your Venn diagram, which song goes where, and how would you piece like what similarities do these have and vice versa, as opposed to others, not vice versa. There's a lot going on this album, and I think it's a damn good album. I think it's tight. I think it's interesting. I think some things, like we have too many tenor sax solos, and as again tenor sax player, I love a good tenor sax solo, but I think we have too many. That trombone guy, he's damn good. You've also got a clarinet player, I think, and an alto sax player in the band. Let them play. Give the piano player a solo. Give the guitar player another couple of things to do. Start to finish, this is an album you can get through in about 45 minutes. And if you enjoyed, half of it, you can listen to the whole thing, really, and have a pretty decent time all in all. This is an album for me that I can put on and just sit and listen to, kind of like we did tonight, or it's one I can put on and go do something while I'm listening to it and still be in enough on the album to really enjoy it. Production value, I think, is great. The songs, I think, are really good. It just ticks a lot of boxes for me, and I'm a big fan of that. Oof. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up Let's Listen. Chapter 1, Season 1? I don't know what we would call this, but that is the album Supernatural from the band Everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go get this album somewhere. Go stream it, go buy it, whatever. Buy it if you can. Streaming, God, if 30,000 people stream this album, the band will make $3. Maybe. I don't want to push it. So if you enjoy it, buy your music, please, for the artists. It's important. Buy your music. Like buy a physical copy, keep it, and then stream it while you're out and about. I do that with a lot of my music. I buy anything new I can get on CD or vinyl. I do, because there's always going to be a digital version, and I can stream it, and I can take it with me without having to rip it onto my computer or anything like that. It really does help the artists quite a bit. Yeah, let me know what you think of this whole thing. If you've got any recommendations, suggestions, or requests for what we should do next, let me know. I will entertain pretty much anything, whether I think I'm going to enjoy it or not. I will, a couple weeks' time from now, because we've got a few weeks before this thing is finished, I will have tracked down. Um, I think I'll track down something else we can listen to. Pretty sure I can manage that. Excuse me. So, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. Hit the bell thing if you want to do that. For all of this and more, you're already here. So, what do I need to tell you? Take care.